This week, Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook's CEO and co-founder, completed about 10 hours of congressional testimony on Capitol Hill. And this testimony was really the result of the recent Cambridge Analytica data scandal. This appearance was really important for Zuckerberg and for Facebook because the company is truly facing a crisis of public trust. And without the trust of its user base and of advertisers who are spending marketing dollars across its suite of apps, Facebook's core business and longevity as a company is at risk. So by many measures, this testimony was a success for Zuckerberg and for Facebook. On Tuesday, looking at the stock price, the stock closed up about 4.5%, which translated into a $3 billion gain for Zuckerberg personally. I think walking away from the hearings, Facebook isn't at risk of imminent regulation. It takes time for laws to be passed and developed, but it really does look like Facebook will likely be experiencing more regulation in the future. Zuckerberg seemed to anticipate this by really emphasizing that he thinks regulation is something that will happen, and it's a question of what type and what's appropriate versus whether or not it should be happening in the first place. One of the other recurring topics that came out throughout the hearing was Facebook as a quote-unquote censorship platform, and that was a term that some lawmakers used, which Zuckerberg, for obvious reasons, avoided, but essentially really looking at what are the tools does Facebook have and what are the policies that Facebook has to determine what speech and what political speech is appropriate to be on Facebook and what isn't. Another important takeaway from the hearing is just that there really is a vast spectrum in how much understanding individuals have of how Facebook works as an app and as a collector of people's personal information. We really saw through lawmakers' questions that there is a lot of uncertainty as to where Facebook is gathering user information, and it really goes to show that Facebook does need to do a lot more to educate users about what type of information is being gathered on the app, how they can control how their information is being used, and that if users don't feel they have this understanding, they're not going to have a positive feeling about Facebook as a company and the app as a place to have a consumer experience.